What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shuggy from Shook Earth Media, and today we are looking at Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 trailer. We talked about this a little bit ago when it was first announced, and now we got a little bit more information about the story through this latest trailer. So we're just going to react to it. It's going to be quick, not a whole lot to go through, but I'm really excited for this game, so I figured I might as well. I covered the Resident Evil 4 remake announcement yesterday, and this was during the same event, so I figured I should make a dedicated video to this as well. So here we go. Cool looking cinematics.
Of all people, have the audacity to question me?
So I think we're looking at the tower here, and some familiar sights. You'll notice this angel statue. For those who don't know, there was one of these hidden on every level in the game, and one of the achievements is to collect all of them and bring them back to the home base. It didn't work for me. The achievement never unlocked, even though I found them all. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to see them still. But we got I don't know who this is. If this is part of the tower. I mean, they're high up, but again, they got the bag on the head, so I don't know if these are the reclaimers. So we got, a lot of familiar objects. We got shotguns, we got ammo, we got a bunch of items that'll look familiar if you played the first one.
Who emerged from the putrid waters of the bayou.
So I think we have to take a look at this map here before we continue on. As you can see, a lot of it has been marked off. I don't know what these X's mean, if it's just like uninhabitable or if it's overrun, or what the X's mean, or maybe they've searched them already. But we have labels of where the bells are. If you haven't played the first one, there's a game mechanic where if you leave and enter an area, there's a timer. You check your watch on your wrist, and it tells you when the bells go off. And when the bells go off, there's basically just a swarm. The zombies are stirred, and you have to survive like that. You gotta sneak out of the level, basically, or finish up whatever mission you're trying to do. Usually, you might want to use the guts trick in a situation like that. But I just wanted to point out that these X's, and that we don't exactly know what they mean.
Who emerged from the putrid waters of the bayou to plunder our righteous gains and cut our throats like a demon in the night.
So I don't know if this is referring to events from the previous game, or if there's something in this game that you have to fight people. But from what I understand, I think you can play the first game without killing anybody. I think it's the harder track, but I think you can, or you can pick one side or the other. So maybe this is a new faction. We already found out previously on the Steam page that there is a new faction. Maybe that's who this is.
What have you done to ensure the future of this forsaken city? You, who have brought nothing but chaos.
That's a fun throwback. Well, not a throwback, but we got a preview to this in the update called Aftershocks, I think it was called, that took place after the main campaign. And there's some new game mechanics. It was basically just kind of a more challenging missions that took place after. Not really a whole lot to it, but it was some nice free content. I really enjoyed it. But one of the new mechanics was that you could change the flashlight into a UV light and see secret messages. That was one of the coolest reveals. It was like the biggest twist of the DLC, I would say. So I like that that's coming back. And I think it could be interesting. I don't know what this cat symbol means, though. There's a cat in every direction.
Nothing but chaos.
Flares, that's new. I mean, it's looking really cinematic. We're out at night, as we learned in the Steam page as well. You're allowed to go out at night in this game, and it looks really good at night. It's going to be freaky. It's going to be more difficult, I think. And we're getting some different locales, so I'm liking the art there.
When death was swallowing this city whole, it was I who resurrected
Big
it.
swarm
It was
of zombies. So this is not how the last game was until even after the bells. It wasn't this busy.
Swallowing.
And this is on PlayStation 5, so it's
this city whole.
Cool. It seems maybe they've optimized it a little bit, and now they have more enemies on
the screen. It was I who resurrected it.
And that's a mural of somebody, some propaganda
It was
mural maybe, from the tower, or I don't know if that was here before the fall or whatever. But
It was I who resurrected it. It was I who shined as a beacon of hope for all. The tower cries out for blood, and
that is a really cool cinematic moment, because what I did a story review of the original game, and I said that there's the moments when you're there and things are happening in front of you, it's great. And then a lot of the story kind of takes place off screen and you find out about it later. So I like to see here that there's a trigger event. That's what it's called when you hit a certain point and then something happens. It's called a trigger event in the game. So we got a trigger event of somebody falling on a car. Not something you saw in the previous game, and maybe it's going to be a bit more cinematic.
to spill it.
And this is what I'm really excited about, is I said we never got to see the tower. We never got to understand how life is inside the tower. They tell you the tower is kind of shady, evil, they do shady things. We don't get to see it firsthand. We get to hear about it. So I think that it could be an interesting opportunity to see what's inside the tower. And these new villains here, this new third group, is in to shake things up. So I'm really curious to see how it all ends up.
When the bells ring, the song they sing will be righteous.
So they have a plan. And we saw just a little glimpse of the guy, the armored guy right there. I'm assuming that this enemy here, they featured him heavily in some of the key art and the previous trailer. So I'm kind of assuming that this guy is going to be like a Mr. X type figure who you can't really kill and he's always chasing you. I think that that's going to really change up the formula. They have so much potential here. They could go a lot of different directions. So I'm hoping we get that same survival type of crafty gameplay that we got before. That was really fun. But if we get deeper into the story elements, we get some new gameplay elements like this, and the gameplay that was great before, I think it could be a great combination. Chainsaw is going to be awesome. Can't wait.
Welcome home, tourist.
So that whole speech was given to the tourist, who is the character from the first game. I do like this character design. We don't really get a good like look at her face from the front. It's always shadowy kind of stuff. So they still want us to have this air of mystery around this character. So I'm curious to see, you know, if it's maybe somebody related to somebody we know or anything like that, or, you know, what the connection is. I wonder if the Reclaimed are still around or what's happening. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I hope to hear from you, and I would love to hear your opinion on the previous game and what you're hoping are for this one. And I will definitely be playing it when it comes out. I probably have to get a new graphics card, honestly. But that's in the works. It's going to happen. So I'm going to be reviewing the story for this as well. So I'm looking forward to it. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Of course, we had to cover this because we're in a Walking Dead drought at the moment. We're waiting for Tales to come back or some new information or something. But I'm feeling lost without the reviews, so I had to do a trailer reaction. So you guys already know how it is. I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.